only did God give me a prevalent release, evident, spontaneous, but it is suddenly, it's just going to happen. Look at your neighbor and say, it's just going to happen because I decided to press.
Yes, Lord.
Look at your neighbor and say, I decided to press. So then I began to go with the words and say, God, okay, what do you want me to preach on? I thought about, how about if I preach against the odds, that the odds will work for me. But I was like, God, I already preached on that before. And God said, listen, Jackson, not only are you pressing, he said to me, but I want you to tell your people this morning that their vision has become visible.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
All right, so I'm going to say that one more time. Your vision has become visible. Okay? Jackson, what are you saying? So I began to look in the book of Mark, but we're going to go to Habakkuk. That's where I want to go, Habakkuk chapter 2. But I went to the book of Mark, and I began to ask about the vision. And God began to show me the man that he was blind. And Jesus was passing his way. I was like, God, I already preached on that. He said, but that's not the point. It's not what you talked about before. He said, but there's just one thing I want you to point out, and that was this. Jesus said, after he laid hands on his eyes, he said, how do you see it? He said, what do you see? He said, I see men walking like trees. And the Bible declares, and we talked about it before, he laid hands on them again, and he said, now, what do you see? He said, I see men walking around, and his vision was clear. Look at your neighbor and just tell your neighbor, say, my vision has become visible. So I began to talk to God as I was getting dressed this morning. And so he said, so I was so excited because now that thing which was called a vision, the thing which was called a dream, is now about to be visible in my life. It's about to be tangible. It's about to be touchable. It is going to happen. I've been waiting for such a time as this. And one of the things that God began to deal with me, he said, Jackson, you're trying to, oh my God, benefit off of somebody else's success. When I got your own success. Oh Lord, sometimes, and I posted this on Facebook.